You never know how your life is going to go or where your talent might take you, and for Donovan Mitchell, the 24-year-old shooting guard for the NBA's Utah Jazz, it has been a meteoric rise to not just significance but superstardom in a very short period of time. So we are obliged to deliver to you the lifestyle and net worth of Donovan Mitchell. You know the drill, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, ring the notification bell, and be sure to share the video. His beginning was the stuff of fairy tales. The son of minor league baseball player and teacher of Panamanian descent, Mitchell played basketball throughout his education at Canterbury School and Brewster Academy, eventually playing in college for the Louisville Cardinals and becoming first-team All-ACC. Sharing a workout with then Clippers guard Chris Paul, the young hopeful was convinced by Paul to keep his name in the 2017 NBA Draft, where he would become the 13th overall pick by the Denver Nuggets before being traded on draft night to the Jazz. Upon signing a 4-year rookie contract, he went from strength to strength, setting the Jazz record for a rookie and becoming the first NBA rookie to score 40 points in a game since Blake Griffin last set the record in 2011. After this, his skills really began to develop with regular high-scoring performances and selections as Western Conference reserve for the 2019 and 2021 NBA All-Star Games, with the 2020 season being affected by the pandemic, making 2021 his second consecutive All-Star selection. Tying the fairy tale together with his choice to always wear the number 45 on his jersey, which is a reference to a post-baseball Michael Jordan NBA comeback, Mitchell later joined Jordan's ranks in another way, being only the third player in history to play two 50-point games in one series, after Jordan and Allen Iverson scored 57 points versus the Nuggets on August 17, 2020, and 51 points 6 days later. So yeah, pretty meteoric, but to say that he's done now would be a lie, as he claims he is just getting started, telling ESPN that Michael Jordan is obviously the greatest basketball player of all time. I got a lot of work to do to catch up. Geez, pretty humble too. However, this kind of rise to prominence makes Mitchell one of the game's brightest young stars and comes with a lot more than just respect. In 2020, in part due to the shortened season, Mitchell signed a 5-year rookie extension with the Jazz to the tune of $163 to $195 million based on incentives. So that does beg the question, what exactly is the net worth of Donovan Mitchell and what kind of life does the young star live? Many young stars dream of superstardom in their favorite sport, but it's another thing entirely to be so young, with such an equally young career and already have an estimated net worth of $20 million. In his first 3 seasons playing in the NBA, Donovan earned around $9 million in salary, but his new deal has obviously made some changes to that, with the team obviously seeing the enormous potential in the record-breaking athlete. But what does he do with all of that money? It's incredibly easy for young sports stars to get sucked into their own hype and lose focus, but clearly Donovan Mitchell has not forgotten his roots. He is extremely close with his mother Nicole as well as his younger sister Jordan. His father serves as a director of player relations for the New York Mets, which meant he saw a lot of locker rooms growing up, but his mother and sister are regular fixtures at his games and are often seen alongside him for interviews. As a matter of fact, they were even there when he signed his rookie contract with the Jazz. So Mitchell's family are very important to him, though his mother and he would seem to have butted heads a few times during his childhood and maturity. While Mitchell wanted to make the NBA, his mother Nicole, a public school teacher, would tell him that he should use the basketball to secure himself an education, something that he took to heart when in 2018 he decided to keep his promise to his mother and declared that he will finish his degree at U of L. The young all-star also, alongside his mother and sister, declared his intention to donate $12 million to his and his sister's day school, Greenwich Country Day School in Connecticut. This donation is the largest in the history of the school and will be divided between a new gym, a scholarship fund for students for less fortunate backgrounds, and the Nicole Mitchell Faculty Support Fund for teachers showing the passion, enthusiasm, optimism, and love similar to that of Mitchell's mother, Nicole. As a professional athlete, Mitchell needs to do his best to stay in shape. This means avoiding certain foods such as fried and processed food and sugars. Fortunately, Mitchell has the cash to afford a chef to prepare healthy and nutritious meals for him. He prefers ginger tea to coffee for his morning beverage and enjoys a solid protein-filled breakfast of eggs, bacon, and a couple of pancakes. He likes to drink smoothies, but he was quoted as saying that he thought sugar smoothies were healthy for him, but they weren't. So he had his chef create some healthy smoothies for him from apples, oranges, and yogurt. He also consumes about 8 bottles of water a day to maintain a good level of hydration. For lunch, he keeps it simple by consuming grilled chicken and pasta, but he gets around his dislike of trying new foods by having his chef sneak them into his meals. His favorite dinner is a fairly strange one: duck. He has a chef cook and prepare duck and sweet potato meals for him. Fair enough. And as for his workouts, he says that he drinks 1 to 2 cups of Beat Elite, and he spends 45 minutes in the weight room, after which he enjoys a smoothie, but not one filled with sugar, of course. Overall, he believes that it's better to maintain a consistent basis of health rather than experiencing the peaks and troughs of indulgence, which can lead to feeling bloated or heavy on the court. And that's some pretty impressive discipline for a relatively young man. Mitchell's nickname is Spido, which stems from the fact that he has very long arms, but that is tied into a shoe deal that he now has with Adidas, who partnered with Mitchell and Marvel to create a range of Spider-Man sneakers for him, which then tie into his love of the character. Mitchell even appeared in a commercial alongside Spider-Man Far From Home star Tom Holland in a commercial to promote the movie. It's pretty amazing what doors can open for you when you are a record-breaking athlete and also a geek. In addition to his already impressive net worth, Mitchell's shoe deal netted him between $5 to $15 million. But what does he do for fun besides appearing in his movie tie-in commercials with Marvel stars? Well, he is an avid fan of cars, and he has been spotted at times driving luxury sports vehicles, but the only car that anyone is sure that he owns is his beloved and treasured white Range Rover that he loves to drive around the countryside. Donovan Mitchell has amassed a laundry list of very high-profile accolades in what is still a quite short career as a professional NBA player, from breaking scoring records to appearing in commercials, and from signing shoe deals to finding himself in the position to return to his roots and give back to his community. This young man certainly seems to have a fierce mature streak and a sense of philanthropy. He attended the NBA's All-Star Day of Service and even at the Greater Chicago Food Dispensary, and it was then that it finally sank into him that he is an all-star. Yes, it can be tough when it happens all so fast. Regarding the feeling of being an all-star and whether it had all sunk in, Mitchell was quoted as saying, "It finally has. When I flew out here, it kind of really hit me when I landed. I'm an all-star and an athlete." He went on to say that "I'm never going to get over it, I don't think." But through it all, from humble beginnings to being a serious one to watch in the NBA, it's really clear that in the case of this young athlete, character growth is important. Whether it's due to his loving family and their close relationship or advice from influential forebears, Donovan Mitchell appears to have a good head on his shoulders and a firm grasp of what makes for a fulfilling life and career. His care for his family is well documented, as are his general demeanor of humility and his seriousness about his health and condition for playing the sport. He's certainly no slouch on the court and should go on to have a very rewarding and successful career if he keeps it up like this. Could he be the next GOAT? Only time will tell, but for now, he is certainly on track. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to click the like button if you enjoyed it, as it is really helpful. And of course, subscribe and ring the notification bell to find out when the next video drops. See you next time.